World Series of Beep Baseball, presented by Mind's Eye Radio and the Lighthouse for the Blind of St. Louis, and sanctioned by the National Beep Baseball Association. Round-robin games are in the books. We are on to double elimination. The brackets have been redrawn, and we have got an 8 versus 9 matchup in the round of 16. It is the Boston Renegades, the 8 seed, against the Oklahoma Lookouts, the 9 seed. David Benny alongside my play-by-play partner, Rosina Foster. It is a warm, hot, sticky, about 90-degree day here at 11 o'clock this morning as we get ready to get this one underway. We are back on Field 5, and now this is for real. Yesterday's games were pool play games for placement. Now we are into double elimination Wednesday, and there will be 8 winners bracket games, this being one of them. We are again at Glen Ed Complex in Edwardsville, Illinois, on the campus of beautiful Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Rosina, the teams are, warmed up. They're getting ready to go, and I expect a competitive ball game today. It's an 8 versus 9.
It is definitely going to be something to look forward to. It is sultry hot, as you said. Not only is it 90-some degrees out here, our heat index is climbing up into the hundreds currently. So there's not hardly a cloud in the sky. It is very hot and sticky. Most of these teams, I believe both of the teams, did not play this morning, so they should be fresh, rested, and ready to go. We have the Boston Renegades on our left third base side wearing their navy jerseys, navy with gray lettering outlined in red. Lookouts are to our right on the first base side, wearing their bright, shiny red jerseys with white lettering and Lookouts on the front. Lineups for the Oklahoma Lookouts is going to look something like Mark Ivy, Aaron Higbee, Chad Dillon, Josh Perry, Gabe Weathers, and Kyle Ivy.
A lot of lefties in that lineup for Oklahoma. Boston and Oklahoma both went 2-1 in pool play yesterday. Boston held serve as they came in as the number 8 seed, and they held that seed by defeating the BCS Outlaws and crosstown rival Boston Strong. They lost to the top team in the bracket, the Indy Edge. As for the Oklahoma Lookouts, they moved up by virtue of yesterday's results because they beat a higher seeded team. Right off the get-go, Oklahoma beat the 9 seed Chicago Comets. Oklahoma came in as the 12, so Oklahoma 2-1 with wins over the Comets and also wins over the Sirens and a loss to the overall 2 seed Indy Thunder. So they're both 2-1. The winner of this game will advance to a quarterfinal at 2 o'clock this afternoon to play the winner of the BSO Philly Fire and the Atlanta Chaos. So that's the 1 versus 16 matchup, and this is the 8 versus 9.
So we will be preparing for our coin toss here. Both captains' teams have headed up to home plate. Our umpire is going to be Jaden Price, who is shaking hands with captains currently as he goes over some few last-minute details before that coin toss. As they are doing that, our rundown for the Renegades will look something like Christian Thaxton, Tyler Murrell, Sean Devenish, Shannon Canton, Rob Diaz, and Michael Donovan.
And Michael Donovan is a rookie in that 6th spot now. The Boston Renegades, coached by Rob Weissman. And if you've ever seen the Renegades play before, they do mix and match, and you will see substitutions in their lineup. And so that is how they will roll out the starting lineup for now. But you can expect to see they have 17 players active on their roster, so you can expect to see several of them getting in as Rob Weissman, and for good reason, considering the conditions and the grind of the week, likes to get a lot of players, and he's got a deep bench with some talent. And on the Oklahoma side, Mark Ivy, the coach and the player coach of the Lookouts, maybe not quite as deep a roster, but they put the ball in play. They have lefties. They can spray the ball to all fields. They make a lot of contact. Sometimes defense is an issue. So I think it's going to come up. I think it's really going to be the Boston Renegades defense, which is always fundamentally sound and solid, against the Oklahoma Lookouts offense, who can really, really bang the ball and spread it around. And that was a big reason why they scored 18 runs against Chicago and beat them yesterday to get themselves into position to be in this game.
So we still have waiting on that coin toss. We're just getting ready to toss that up in the air. Rob is out on the field right now, checking out some of the low spots on the field.
Other games going on while we wait during this time slot is now we are into the octafinals, as I like to call them, of the winners bracket, 16 teams. This is the 8 versus 9. As we said, the winner of this game will play the winner of the Philly Fire and Atlanta Chaos. Our second game of the day this afternoon at 2 p.m. will come out of the 4-5, the bottom part of the top of the bracket, if you will. The 4-seed Gateway Archers are playing the 13-seed BCS Outlaws, and the 5-seed New Jersey Titans playing the 12-seed Chicago Comets. The winners of those games will meet at 2 o'clock this afternoon if the schedule holds serve, as our second game of the day. On the other side of the bracket, of course, the 2-seed Indy Thunder. You've got the 3-seed Indy Edge. They will be in action. You've got a good one getting ready to go over at Reinecker with all sorts of historical meaning, as the Austin Blackhawks, who are the 10-seed, face off against the Taiwan Home Run, who are the 7. And then you've also got the Cleveland Scrappers and Bayou City Heat. So, again, 2 complexes going as you hear the Boston Renegades off to our left down the third base line. Rev it up.
Coin toss is in. Lookouts did win that and chose home team advantage, so they will be taking to the field as the Renegades get ready for their batting order.
Pitching matchup, Ron Cochran for the Renegades and Tim Hibner for the Lookouts. Both of them veterans, both have pitched in big games. But we have been told by Rob Weisman before the game, we may see Hunter Weisman, his nephew, up-and-coming younger pitcher, throw to a couple of batters. So I have not seen that on a Game of the Day stream before. So we'll see how Hunter does doing that. Also, I believe that this is the first time the Boston Renegades would have ever played the Oklahoma Lookouts. Oklahoma, of course, only in their 3rd season as a team. The Renegades have been around since 2001. But this is the first time we're going to see them play one another right here. And now the games have a little added meaning, because if you lose twice, you're done. If you keep winning, you take one step at a time toward championship Saturday.
Lookouts have finished their cheer and huddle on the side, so they are preparing to take the field right now. Spotters are getting ready to head them out. We will have Casey Bond will be heading out onto the field, as he is the designated fielder for Gabe on the Lookouts. And of course, coming up right behind that home plate, we're going to see a little stool there that we are familiar with seeing.
That's Rob Weisman. He's also the catcher. And so he's got his little customary stool.
That looks like a little bit different stool this year, but still a very small, short little stool.
The Boston Renegades' best finish in team history at a World Series was runner-up in 2016. That was the first year of the Thunder's run, and they made the championship game, and the Thunder beat the Renegades, but that was a great season for them. Came back in 2019 and placed 3rd, getting knocked out late on Friday evening by the San Antonio Jets, who ended up runner-up to those same Thunder. Oklahoma, again, in their 3rd season. Their maiden voyage was in their own backyard in Norman in 2023. Did fairly well there and finished, I want to say they finished 11th or 12th here last year. And they're improving. Their defense has always been sort of a work in progress, but boy, they can hit. And they've got 4 lefties that I count in their lineup. We'll verify when they come up, but I believe I'm counting 4 left-handed hitters. You're talking about the Ivy brothers and Chad Dillon at least. Chad Dillon was a Gateway Archer last year and joined Oklahoma this year, and he's helped them out as well.
So we're getting ready to get this game into play as Christian Thaxton heads to home plate. A little bit of extra sand in there from yesterday. There were some pretty good holes dug in the batter's stance area there by home plate. So hopefully that's going to give them a little bit of grip. The fields out here does have a slight gentle roll to it, so Rob out at.
Yeah, they're fun. Entertaining.
And when we get going, of course, Jaden Price is the plate umpire. Again, I've got my scorekeeper and crack statistician, Missy Lykowski, down to our left in case we get lost on any outs or runs or anything. She's right there to help us out, and we appreciate you tuning in from wherever you are around the United States, in Taiwan. We appreciate you tuning in on our YouTube and on our Facebook. And here we go.
Thank you.
Game on from Edwardsville.
Time, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
And it's going right over the center of the bat.
It's a big swing by Christian Thaxton. He has home run power. He's from New England, but he's been living in Oklahoma, interestingly enough.
Just barely over the top of the bat.
You got him, Ronnie? Takes one.
4 strikes, and they're allowed to take 1 passed ball for those who are maybe seeing it for the first time.
A little bit on the inside and rolling off the top.
There we go. Let's go, Rumi. You got him, Ronnie? Wait on that golf cart, please. Yep, done. Please. Goes back to for the white gummy bear.
Pineapple one, they're the
Here we
best.
go. Set.
And he took a pass.
Veteran.
So that's a full count in beat ball. 3 strikes and 1 passed ball.
And that was going to be out as it drops just below the bat on the inside. Tyler up to the plate.
Second-year player Tyler Maralt, one of the better, newer players that we've got in the league. He had an outstanding rookie season, batting over 600.
Lining his bat up along the front of home plate.
He's had a good sophomore season, too.
Hitting his foot stance 1 bat length apart.
All right, bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set. Strike.
Just
You got it, T.
barely
Got it,
underneath.
kid.
Hey, Tyler, you got it, Tyler?
Stay balanced, kid.
Coach.
Set.
And it's going to go foul on the right, rolling off the bat.
Don't be shy to tell me you want your water, okay? Okay.
So 2 strikes now on Tyler Maralt. No score as of yet, just getting going. One out, top of the fifth, or top of the first. Renegades and Lookouts.
Set.
Rolling off the top.
Tyler, here you go, Tyler.
That was fouled straight back, so the timing is there now.
Coach. Set.
And a nice fly ball out into deep right. Josh Perry dropping down and grabbing it, and he's got it. That is Josh Perry for the putout in deep left, holding the Renegades from getting on the board.
22.
That's a big play for the Lookouts. So if they can cut those balls off deep, which is something that, you know, they've had a little bit, well, just be honest, they've had a little bit of problems with that. But if Josh Perry can seal off that deep left, they might have some success today. That's big. 2 up, 2 down.
Sean Devenish up
Three people
for
are talking out. The batter, the
Renegades,
catcher,
as it is still a 0-0 game.
2 steps out.
Field is now set.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Set.
Foul
It's going to
ball.
be bouncing grounder foul on the left.
I mean, duh.
Somebody has to.
Yeah. When Devenish and Cochran are clicking, you're going to see line drives.
Time.
He's a really good line drive hitter. His power alley is going to be to left, center. That doesn't mean he can't take it to right, but when he gets a good one, it's going to go left, center.
Set.
And it's left in Josh Perry territory as he runs for third. Josh ran past it, fall down. He's scrambling back for it, but that is going to be the run on the board for Sean Devenish, taking it to a 1-0 game. Renegades, top of the first.
All right, first one to break the ice is the Renegades, and so it looks like Josh Perry's going to get worked here today. He's made one play, not able to make that one. That wasn't the easiest play in the world. So now still 2 down. And
Shannon for the Renegades.
Shane Canton, number 37.
Does have his right knee wrapped.
Thank you. Here we go.
I believe he is originally from Hawaii.
Still frequent visiting there also.
Set.
Foul ball.
Rolling off the top under our table.
And that's an error on me. Kicked it. Kept it from going any farther back, but that run would have scored if I was a player. That came back with some force. He was right on it, fouled it straight back to us.
Coach. Set.
Foul ball. Oh, you're
Rolling
there.
right off the top center again.
Coach. Set.
Right.
Just underneath.
You got Shane. Here you go, Shane.
Shane rocking on his toes and his heels a little there.
Coach. Set.
Try.
Just over the top.
Ooh, and a strikeout to end the inning. So a couple of strikeouts, a putout, and a run for Boston in the top of the first. Look out. Here come the Lookouts. Bottom of the first. 1-0 Renegades.
Renegades head out to the field. Lookouts slowly making their way in.
All right, substitution.
Have a substitution coming in.
There we go
Okay,
already.
Take a guess.
Crook for Donovan? No, Zuccarello. Zuccarello for Donovan. Okay.
Number 9 for 19.
We got
No,
a sub.
I'm early.
Boston.
Crook will come in for
Number 9
Zuccarello.
going in for number 19.
That'll be my guess. So Zuccarello for Donovan, and then they will sub back for offense at some point with either Crook or one of those. So we'll just see. It's always entertaining to see how it works. They're subbing. It's offense for defense. It's simple as that, and defense for offense. There is a re-entry rule. You have to be out 6 outs. And so teams with organized coaching staffs and deep rosters have the benefit of being able to do this. You'll see the Thunder do it occasionally, too.
Ready for water, Wayne?
Wayne Simpson, Hall of Famer, former Austin Blackhawk player, and won at least 7, probably was a part of all 9 championships, actually. He's operating our bases. And if his brother happens to be listening, and you know who you are, I love you, man. We miss you. And if you're not listening now, I know you will listen because you sneak some live streams. I know you do.
Mark Ivy up to the plate. Left-handed batter first for the Lookouts.
We got a lefty up.
Wayne Simpson, of course, the brother of legendary former pitcher, now retired Kevin Simpson, who's also sat in your play-by-play chair a time or two. Here we go. Mark Ivy, lefty.
A little low on the outside.
Ivy, a 2-time All-Star. Well, he was Rookie of the Year in 2023 and was an All-Star in 2024.
Just under, a little closer to the center.
Mark Ivy also very much involved with New View, Oklahoma, who's a big sponsor of the Lookouts and actually helped put on the World Series a couple years ago in Norman.
Just under on the outer edge.
So far, no contact, but that'll change. Hibner's one of the best ever.
At a time waiting for that motorbike on the road behind the players. Taking a pass.
All right, so everything's up to date now. They've gone as far as they can go.
And getting a nick on that as it rolls under the bat. Helicopter behind us now.
This is the most noise we've heard at this park, I think, so far, and at least in any game that we've done on this field. It's been very quiet, as it was last year, only we're not in a flight pattern. We were in a little bit of a flight pattern last year, not so much here. As I say that, a helicopter is flying behind me. Yeah, we would be here a while if we were to try to list all of Tim Hibner's accomplishments as a pitcher. Started out with a team called the Oklahoma City, the OKC Bombers. Took them as far as second place. Then pitched the West Coast Dogs to 4 straight world championships, including he pitched a couple perfect games in there. On to the Austin Blackhawks, where he won a couple of championships. Well, no, he didn't win any titles with the Blackhawks. He took over with the Blackhawks after Kevin Simpson went to the Jets, but he took them to 3rd a couple times. Hall of Famer Jim Quinn winner.
Low on the outside, and that is going to be an out for Mark Ivy. Bringing Aaron Higby up to the plate with his red, white, and blue stars head covering.
So unfortunately, their bottom of the first starts out the same way as the Renegades' top of the first, as they strike out their leadoff batter, Higby. Higby was also an All-Star in 2023. Had a little bit of a tougher year last year.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Aaron's a good hitter. He can bang with the best of them.
Here we go. Hey.
Just over the top of the bat. just over the outer edge.
Aaron Higby giving his opinion about the batter's box. There is a divot in there, and we're trying to deal with it with dirt and
Dropping straight
fill it
down.
in, but both teams have to play with it. So
They dropped 2 bags on it, and it's still pretty shallow. Nice pop up. It's gonna drop, and that's gonna go foul on the left. Rob Dias was right up there on top of that.
55 feet, but right outside the foul.
that was decent contact, but he got a little bit out on it.
Slowly meandering back. Deep exhale as he heads back to the plate.
Here we go.
Hibner tells him to take this pitch.
He's just relaxing.
That's for timing's sake. Interesting to note, both of these teams played at the Renegades complex yesterday, so this is their first time playing at this complex here at the World Series. So they're going to get acclimated to the different field conditions. Everything's slightly different.
Strong exhale.
And there's
Fumbled the
a
ball in his hand.
false start, or a balk as they call it in baseball, but no harm.
And just
Ooh, he tipped it.
tipping the very top edge.
Aaron Higby fighting the fight now, him and Hibner.
Here we go. Sam. Ready? Hit.
Oh, struck him
Just
out.
underneath. Again, it's a 1-0 game. Renegades here at the bottom of the first as Chad Dillon steps up to the plate for the Lookouts.
Another lefty. Dillon, the former Gateway Archer, played with them since their inception up until this year, and now with the Oklahoma Lookouts. And if for those of you who follow Beat Baseball, Chad Dillon, of course, the anchor of the Beat Baseball Tonight podcast.
Flowers, send the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
No lefty.
Here we go. Sam. Ready? Hit.
Strike.
And just underneath the bat. Almost a stumble there for Chad as he swings around.
Here we go. Sam. Ready? Hit.
Strike.
Just underneath the middle of the bat.
They're right there. Hibner has always done well pitching to lefties, for whatever reason.
Here we go. Sam. Ready? Hit.
And it's going to be a nice fly out into deep right. Oh, it just bounced off of... Oh. Sean Devenish tried to grab that, launched over, and it bounced it away from Joe McCormick, who had come over to get it. So it was away for both of them, and that's going to be a run for Chad, tying the game up 1-1.
Good hit by Dillon. He got the head of the bat out there. He pulled it. He took it to his power alley and is able to beat it out down the third base line. So now 1-1.
With Josh Perry
And
up
Josh
the plate.
Perry.
I call him a defensive time.
There's a second pin, but
Yeah. Time.
Okay, so Wiseman's headed out there. What's
Yeah.
going on
So
here?
that's
Defensive
Sean Devenish.
timeout?
It might have not bounced off his fingers. It might have caught his head when he jumped. Not sure I've got umpires and pitchers, everybody in front of me, since he's right in the center of the field. But they are definitely checking out. Sean's got his hat off.
And make sure he's okay. I mean, especially if he took it above the shoulder somewhere. We saw that yesterday.
It looks like he's going to be all right.
DeMoro took one in the head yesterday.
Right in the face.
And Ethan Johnson came over and made the play. That was the last play of the Archers' win over Taiwan.
And Rob's making his way back off the field.
Devonish is fine, and that's good because they need him on both sides of the ball. He's one of their most solid players. Josh Perry, meanwhile, he was a Houston Hurricane. Their team disbanded. They don't have a team, and so he came over to Oklahoma, and they were happy to have him. He can play a little defense, as you saw in the top of the first. He made a play back in left field.
All right, set in the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Good.
Just underneath.
Come on, people.
Pitcher's fault.
It's usually the pitcher's fault.
Usually?
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Good.
Close.
Here we go. D on your toes.
Digging in the batter's box.
Hibner started talking to the ball there briefly a little bit.
Nice pop up. See if that stays. Oh, he's fallen down on that little hump. Up there, almost collided.
Right, you got in the line?
You can turn off.
So the ball.
Right there.
So Josh fell down running towards third in that little dip valley. The ball was
Ball went out.
started to stay fair, but then Rob caught it with his hands and it bounced it into the foul area. So he got up to go after it, and they were going to collide.
All right.
So they, safety-wise, stopped it, and it was going to be called a run.
And the determination is that the defender actually got into the baseline, and so that's why he's called safe, even though he fell.
Elevation.
And he never got to the base, but that's fielder interference. That's an umpire judgment call as to who was at fault for the interference, and in that case, it was determined to be the fielder. So even though he didn't run halfway to that base, he's going to get credit for the run. That's one of the more odd plays I've seen. Usually when you see fielder interference, it's way farther down the baseline.
It was a foul ball, too.
And it was a foul. Well, if it's a foul ball, then it's
No. It was fair. It got knocked.
and got knocked foul. Well, that's fair then. Yeah, once it crosses the line. So
It got by the defense. It was knocked out.
the sharp eyes of our play-by-play audio describer here, Rosina, saw that, yeah, it got knocked back into foul territory. So that's the correct call, in
That
my
does make
opinion.
it 2-1 Lookouts. Bottom of the first with Gabe Weathers up for the Lookouts.
Gabe Weathers may be the youngest player in this World Series. I believe he's 13.
This helicopter behind us going back and forth quite a bit.
We do have a little bit of a youth movement here starting, and he's one of them.
Bases, please. Thank you.
We've got some really good up-and-comers as far as young players. Gabe Weathers and Damian Gonzalez in
Yep.
stereo.
Good.
Good cut.
Minnesota's got a young one who, if he sticks with it, is going to be pretty good.
Good. Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Good.
Just under the outer edge of the bat.
Catcher struggling a little bit to keep the ball in front.
Trigger, baby. My trigger.
And that can be important, you know. Catcher can keep the rhythm of a pitcher.
Ready? Hit.
Yeah, it's going to go foul over on the right to the lookout bench.
Pull that trigger, baby. Pull that trigger. Been real regular. Don't change anything. Pull that trigger. Here we go. Set.
Gets it again a little bit solid.
He's still a little bit late. Let's see if Hibner tries to go inside on him a little bit to correct the lateness. You tend to maybe get around on it a little bit better if it's on the in your hands. Nope.
Just over the top. That's going to be ending our first inning. That's a 2-1 game. Lookouts as the Renegades head back into their bench.
So the upside for the Lookouts to that inning is they scored 2 runs. The downside is they struck out all 3 outs, so they didn't force the Renegades to make a defensive play.
Just get it done now.
But
7's gonna hit for 9.
2-1 on a sort of a weird play over there with fielder interference. Renegades coming up, and I believe we'll see our first look at Rob Dias.
Drew in for Dye.
Crook's gonna hit for Zuccarello, yeah.
All right, I was just one ahead of you in your rotation. Okay, so now we will get Crook for Zuccarello. Zuccarello came in there for defense. You see this in basketball sometimes, you guys, where late in the game they will sub offense for defense on possessions. Here it's half innings and innings. So Zuccarello goes out and Crook comes in, and then he will put. Well, we'll see if he puts another defender in then for Crook. We'll see.
We'll have to see how that goes in, because we
Either
still
way,
have Joe McCormick is the designated fielder. So
which is also a little bit of a surprise.
Everyone comes in for a required 5-minute break.
so they're going to do that after
But you
the
can come in
third.
more often, if needed.
So you can pencil Crook into the 6th spot.
Yep.
Will be Dias, Crook, and Thaxton scheduled to bat as the Renegades are chasing 1, trailing 2-1, just getting going here, top of the 2nd, on a hot and humid midday now in Edwardsville, Illinois.
A little bit stagnant on the air. We're not getting the breeze that we had yesterday, so that air is very still.
No, I don't think rain or storms or anything like that's going to bail us out. Not today. Yesterday it was beautiful. It was nicer at 4 o'clock in the afternoon than it was at 11 because of the clouds, storm front. Like you said, a breeze kicked up.
All right, we set in the field. All right, we set in the field.
Again, Rob Dias, top of the 2nd.
Not a first drive. Come on, RD.
Spraying.
And helicopter again.
Again, I wonder what's going on because we weren't in this yesterday. I didn't hear a single helicopter yesterday.
They're spraying the fields.
Ah. Crop dusting? Is that what we're looking at? Oh, okay.
Chemicals.
Chemicals or something. All right. Well, we do have a lot of land around here, so.
We are adjacent to some cornfields.
We're setting the field. Bases, please. Wake up, Blaine.
Bases. Bases. Sorry, little cat nap.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Rob Dias, D-I-A-S. Where's number 18? Hits from the right side. Well put together.
A little on the inside, rolling off the top of the bat.
You're right there, Dias. You got it, Rob.
A little on the inside again, but it's going to be fair on the ground on the left as Mark comes up to get that, and he has got that. That is going to be an out for Mark Ivy of the Lookouts.
Easy play for Mark Ivy on that left field short side, and that's 1 out. Still 2-1 Oklahoma. And now Drew Crook, who missed the World Series last year, he was
Oh,
a
he's a good
factor
swinger.
for the Renegades in 2023, though. Number 47. This dude can hit.
Apparently like a lady.
Drew waiting patiently in the batter's box. Rob talking to him.
Now, Crook hasn't been around as long as some of these other Renegades, although he's been around a few years. We mentioned the Renegades were runner-up 9 years ago in 2016. They've got 5 or 6 players on their roster that were a big part of that. Devonish, Dias, McCormick, Zuccarello, Thaxton, they were all on that team.
Bases, please. Thank you.
But Drew Crook was not.
Thank you.
He's been around about 5 years.
And dropping low under the outer edge.
You got it, Drew.
You want to go for the top of his bat and get line drives or fly balls out of him. He's not the fastest, but he can really get it out there.
Right.
Just over the top of the bat.
That's where he wants to be. If he misses, he wants to miss above, not below.
Swing.
Lining his toes up at the front of the bat and back of the plate. And just over the top.
Come on, Drew. Takes one.
And on the inside and over, that's going to be an out for Drew.
Second strikeout of the game for Boston.
Just like that.
And Christian Thaxton back up as they start over their batting order.
They can use a run out of him. They're trailing by a run here, and they are the visiting team. You don't want to give Oklahoma a chance to get any separation. So Christian, a rare strikeout victim his last time up. He has hit multiple home runs in his beat ball career. I want to say 4.
Thank you. Here we go.
Short pop up. Let's see if that is going to be foul as it doesn't quite. It's about 5 feet shy of the 40-foot mark.
Tough play because Thaxton's quick, and that ball came off the bat a little funky, so it was spinning.
You got a fax.
That was one where you almost wish it had. If you're Thaxton in the Renegades, you almost wish that thing had gone fair because he might have won that foot race. We mentioned multiple home runs for Thaxton. 2 home runs yesterday here at this World Series that I am aware of. None of them at our park here in Edwardsville, but down in Caseyville. Zach Buehler of the Indy Thunder hit the first of his career. Dustin Youngren hit another one yesterday. Boy, that White Lightning, I'll tell you what.
It's come a long way.
Not only is he running fast now, but he's hitting home runs and he's making plays on defense. Just very impressive. And that happened in the same game. That was in the Comets Thunder game. Buehler hit his. Youngren turned right around and answered.
With another.
Yep.
Set. Right.
Just a little above the inside of the bat.
You got it, Christian.
And it's going to be a grounder out into a deep left. Josh Perry running forward, just went past his hands, and Christian just basically runs right through first base to tie it. Back
That
up to
was
2-2.
smacked, man, and that's what you call a lawnmower or a worm burner. That was Yeah, it was smack. I mean, it sounded a lot better off the bat than maybe it was, but it got out there in a big hurry.
It went quick. Josh had laid down trying to get that. Just went right past his fingers, sailing past.
And Thaxton's still one of the faster players in the league, and so he was able to beat that out easily, tying the game at 2. Still 2 outs, top of the second.
Up, adjusting first base.
Tyler Mirault, Mireault. Mirault.
Thank you.
First and third base check.
Here we go.
Mirault put out by Josh Perry his first time up.
Going to be another grounder, this time to left center as Aaron Higby goes over there, scoops it up, and he has got that.
Nice job at that mid-level by Aaron Higby. That retires the side. So 1 in for the Renegades. We're tied at 2 going to the bottom of the second. Here comes Oklahoma.
Lookouts headed in as Boston heads back out to the field.
Want to take a moment to recognize our NBBA officials, umpires, and scorekeepers, starting with our wonderful tournament director, Cassie Hopkins, holding down the headquarters tent over there. Equipment director, Glenn Hopkins, former coach and Hall of Famer from the Austin Blackhawks.
Going in for Drew Cook.
Elena, okay. So there you go. We got Elena Reagan coming in for defense. Continuing on, Knox Ward, equipment crew. Jamie Simpson, tournament assistant. Cameron Simpson, tournament assistant. Katie Mathena, she's running the operations over at Caseyville as a tournament assistant. Umpires, your umpire-in-chief, Jason Price. Umpire Jaden Price, Kemp Price, John Lykowski, Mike Woodard, Dave Taylor, Jordan Simpson, David Robert, Austin Hawkins, Jason Blankenbaker. Scorekeepers, your head scorekeeper, Karen Lykowski, Sylvia Redmond, Missy Lykowski, who's down to our left, scorekeeping for this game, Linda Skaggs, Ronnie Higdon, Peggy Hurt-Franks, Tricia Cramp, Melanie Taylor, Brad Farmer, Christina Heppen, and our social media specialist, John Lykowski Jr., and then there's myself and Rosina and our producer, Graham Mathena, Hudson the cameraman. And that doesn't count the local volunteers who have just come out to give of their time. You know, these umpires and scorekeepers, they're out here in the heat just like we are. So we couldn't do it without y'all. Bottom of the second, Rosina.
It'll be Kyle Ivey, left-handed hitter, coming up to home plate to take a swing at putting some runs up for the Lookouts. Quick conference here out at the pitcher's mound.
What do you say, Kyle Ivey?
Send the field bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Kyle Ivey with his bro on deck. They're the bookends of this batting order. This is the 6th spot in the lineup.
Here we go. Ready? Hit.
Yeah, it's going to be a short pop-up, just barely past the line.
Elena Reagan.
Elena coming up on that, but he is tackled third, giving the Lookouts as they take the lead again, 3-2, the bottom of the second.
Okay, so they went the direction of the newly entered player. Elena Reagan came in for Drew Crook as Weissman keeps doing his offense for defense, and she got tested right there. I thought she was going to make that play.
That was a parcel perfect placement. That was probably within about a 1 foot just past the fair line and 1 foot inside on the right baseline. That was in a nice little tucked in pocket, and that counted a run.
That's what they call a coffin corner hit. You just dumped it in. It's almost a beat ball version of a bunt when you can do that.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
And starting back over with Mark Ivey.
All right, Mark Ivey, you're due, baby. You're due. There you go.
Just over the top of the bat. Tim telling him he is due.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Just underneath the bat.
Yep.
2 strikes. He struck out his first time up, but he does have a put out.
I dropped that last one just a little bit. Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And it's going to be a grounder, almost taking out Tim as it heads up the middle, and he runs up 4 first. They're scrambling for that, and he is going to be safe. Taking a bigger lead now, 4-2, and lookouts.
Gotta get those ground balls up the middle. You don't want Mark Ivy scoring on ground balls up the middle, so the Ivy brothers back-to-back runs, and Oklahoma extends the lead.
Aaron Higby coming up to the plate, turn things back around, is right-handed batter.
4-2 lookout, still nobody out, bottom of the second.
I'll come to you.
If anybody who's listening or watching us on YouTube or our Facebook page has any scores from any other games going on around the 2 complexes, feel free to send them in to me,
Thank you.
and we will report them. Aaron Higby.
Hey, guys, hush. Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Strike.
Just underneath.
Come on, dude. Take your time. Ball gets there. Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Strike.
Just underneath again.
Lighter back. Huh? Lighter back. Oh, yeah. Hold the trigger. Hold the trigger. All right, wait, you guys. Take your time. Let it get there. Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Strike.
Good time.
Fundamentals, guys, fundamentals.
Hear the
Let's go.
whooshing as that goes by.
Boy, they're still looking for contact, though.
Strong exhale.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And it's going to be
And
another
another
strike.
strikeout.
Should've changed back.
It's the 4th of the game.
Should've changed bats.
So they've had eight batters up to the plate, and they've had 4 runs and 4 strikeouts. Boston still yet to make a defensive put out. And now Chad Dillon, who scored the first lookout run on a ball to right field, a good ball.
All right, send the field.
Oh, you switch catchers.
All right, we're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Chad Dillon, a lefty.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Strike.
Just underneath the bat.
Slinky swing.
Dave Weathers.
I'm not going to count it for nothing. Good. All right, swing on it.
That soon.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Strike.
Just underneath.
Like swirling with his hat for the time.
I think that Hibner liked his second swing more than his first one.
Show them hands now. Show them hands.
Hibner really good about communicating, talking to his batter.
Hit.
Strike.
Just
Here we go, defense.
barely underneath.
Nothing. Take one. Straighten up. All right. Now take it.
And he's telling him to take one.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Pass.
Good swing. Good time. Go, Fiber.
Full count now.
Set. Ready? Hit.
And it's going to be a short pop-up, almost catching him on the
Alright.
head on its way back
Now they're
down.
on schedule at least, though, but we're still at a full count.
All right. All right. All right. Change nothing now. No, sir.
Hibner's like, I just got your bat now. Just
Wherever you come.
do it the same thing. You don't want to change things around and make your pitcher have to guess.
Ready? Hit.
There it
And
is.
it's going to be right inside the fair line on the right past Elena. Joe running over to get it, and Joe scoops that.
Ah, way to back Elena up. Joe McCormick doing what a DF is supposed to do.
Okay, thank you.
And so that's 2 outs in the inning. So after 2 in, now 2 outs, still 4-2, Oklahoma. And Josh Perry to the plate. Not to be confused with the longtime pitcher of the Chicago teams, Josh Perry from the 80s and 90s, or the lead singer from Journey, Josh Perry. Oh, that's Steve Perry, never mind.
So he might be able to sing.
Steve Perry was also a beat ball player. He was the father of the pitcher, Josh Perry. This, no relation. He is a Texan.
2-4 lookout. Bottom of the second.
Strike.
Have a time for a trash truck going by on the road, as well as helicopter behind us.
Speaking of 80s singers and 80s groups and so forth, got the sad news yesterday, Ozzy Osbourne passed away. So if you're in my generation or older,
You rode the crazy train.
yes, ma'am.
And it's going to be a nice line drive out on the left. Shane running to go get that. It's just, oh, he's scrambling and he's saved that. That is going to
Ooh,
be
he got him.
Shannon with that put out.
All right, so Shane Canton with the put out. So they quell the rally. They give up the first 2 runs of the inning to the Ivy brothers and then shut it down from there with the help of putouts by McCormick and Canton. We've played 2. We head to the 3rd. 4-2, Oklahoma. Boston coming up.
Renegades getting ready to try to answer that call from the lookouts. As the lookouts head to the field.
I'm gonna go to a rave.
We will wait for their 5-minute extended break at our next inning change.
Okay, so they're doing that after 2 innings now, not 3.
On this one, it looks like they said they were going to do that after the 3rd inning.
After the 3rd, okay.
He had parties in the basement when they were in town.
Anybody show up to your parties?
So,
Anybody ever show up to your
while we have a moment, we'll remind you this is the first of 2 Game of the Day streams that Rosina and I will bring you today. The second one will be approximately 2 p.m. as long as we stay on schedule. And that will be the 4-5 matchup. Winners of Gateway and BCS will play the winner of New Jersey and Chicago. Titans got a big win yesterday over the Bayou City Heat. I know that was just a 5-6 game, but that's a giant leap for New Jersey, who started out at the top of Pool E and held serve by virtue of beating the Heat. And that's a tough team to beat. So, and that was a 17-12 final, and New Jersey was winning it
Well, that's later.
pretty much end to end, pretty much from the get-go.
drive today.
You're full of it.
Of course, we saw yesterday. Gateway Archers looked very impressive against Taiwan. 14-5, they won that game. Got out to an 8-0 lead after 3 innings and never really looked back.
There was just not very much contact there on the Taiwan team offensively.
And Mike Curtis, of course, he struck out 2 in 32 batters, so he was over 90% contact.
Lookouts are now almost completely set out in the field, and we have Sean Devonish stepping up to home plate for the Renegades.
And the thing about that, Rosina, yesterday was that 14 runs could be deceiving because, the Taiwan was making plays.
They were definitely making defensive plays. Could have been much worse.
And they're going to have to get time again as this chopper doesn't know or care that there's beep ball being played down here. They've got to fertilize some crops.
Oh, he's coming in.
Where's this?
Spray us, please.
Where's he going to land? On field 4? Let's see what this guy's doing.
He's doing a flyby. No, we think he's spraying fields.
Definitely.
All right. I think we're ready to go now.
Dragonflies and butterflies.
Now, looks like he's coming back by, and he's gonna do the cornfield right next to us, it looks like.
Again, in case you've just tuned in, this is the Boston Renegades, the 8 seed against the Oklahoma Lookouts, the 9 seed, first round of double elimination, the round of 16. And Oklahoma leads 4-2 as we get ready to start the top of the third whenever this helicopter goes away. Now it's to our left. It seems like it's totally circled.
Right next. Yeah, he's making several passes across the cornfield that we're backed up to. He's made 2 passes on it now. Probably should have at least one more. Swinging back around for another pass. We will. So lookouts are calling for water for their players out on the field since they cannot play.
Yeah, they may as well use this as a water break. And we may as well, while we're doing this, go over a few of the rules of the game. As you saw, the pitcher plays for the offensive team. He's working with his hitters to try to put the ball in play. There are 6 per side, 6 innings, 3 outs per inning. You get 4 strikes. You get to take 1 pass ball. Ball has to cross the 40-foot line to be considered in fair play. When the ball is hit, one of 2 bases will come on automatically at random, and then it's a race between hitter running down to the base and the defense trying to pick up the ball. If the runner gets to the base before the defense picks up the ball, it's a run. Defense picks up the ball before the runner touches the bag, it's an out. Simple as that. As now, this seemed like a counterclockwise rotation. Oh no, now he's going back.
He's coming back.
Now he's going clockwise.
I think he's finished his passes on that field. We're just going to have to wait for him to move out of sound range.
Yesterday was a lawnmower, now it's a crop duster. Remember that?
Yeah, yesterday we had a wayward robotic lawnmower, and I'm told it went through the Bayou City Heat field and their sidelines and sort of scattered them a little bit. That's what you get with robots. They do what they're programmed to do, not always what they should be doing. So that was a funny topic of discussion last night with some of the Bayou City players as a Renegade robot lawnmower came tearing through their field.
So the water now making its way back off the field from the lookouts. And Sean Devenish still at the plate.
That's a good chance for them to get a water break. Not a scheduled water break, but you know what? It's really hot out here. And, I mean, we're under, just so you know, we're at a table under a tent here, so we've got some blockage from the sun. These players out there, it's just beating down on them out there.
Not only are they extending all that energy, but they are directly out in that heat. And we should be ready to go again. Top of the third, it's a 2-4 game. Lookouts.
Thank you. Here we go.
Now that is a vehicle going by. That'll be out. There we go.
Pop-up's going to be foul on the left.
You hit that any higher, you're going to hit the helicopter.
I was trying to do.
Boy.
Oh, that's 2 on you now.
That was a nice shot. He was just a little early on it.
That doesn't count.
If he can straighten that out, that's a great hit.
Get rid of it. It was dead when he picked it up.
All right, we're going to get a new ball in. That one died and then apparently came back to life, so they're not going to take any chances with Devenish killing one. Coach Weissman very heads up there to make sure to get a new ball in. Last thing you want is him cranking one and you lose it on a dead ball. So
Ball held up for the outfield.
Hey, that is a new ball. We ain't got no more new ones right now.
they don't like that ball. And we may have to now wait for some balls.
We got our last one.
Johnny, come to me. They're out of balls. Come stand in the shade.
And so here comes Sean Devonish, and this would be a good time to ask him what he thinks of all this on the live stream, maybe, as he's going to get under here.
I don't think I'm a gym teacher.
All right, there you go. He doesn't think he's a gym teacher.
But he doesn't know.
How did that happen all of a sudden? No balls.
All right, they found a good one, so it looks like we're going to finally be able to get back to action here. Devonish with an 0-1 count. You don't get credit for a dead ball and a foul ball, so that was a strike.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Real.
And it's going to be a grounder right over to Casey as he runs for first. Casey just didn't even have to move. That was just gift.
Problem
wrapped
is he
right
called
down.
late base, and I think it was a little bit late.
Why do you think you're a little late? Think so?
Do you?
I don't know.
Yes, I think it was a little late.
All right, late base.
There we go, Shawnee. Let's go.
It was late enough that I would have called it if I was him. And so he'll come back and do it again. He doesn't get a new count, even though it's not his fault the base was late. He's got to come back with the same count. NBBA.org/rules if you want to change that. Back to the way it used to be, because he should get a new count. Wasn't his fault the base was late, but as it is. Here we go. One strike.
One strike?
I've only taken 2 swings.
Yeah, it was a foul ball and then a late base, so one strike. I could be a blind umpire, y'all.
It's going to be a grounder over short on the left as he runs for first again. Mark going over there, and Mark has that, so that will be an
Well, now
out.
that will
For
count as
Mark
an out.
Ivy with the put out.
Second put out of the game by Mark Ivy, so after all that, it's an out anyway, and now Shane Canton. That was a long at bat for Devonish with nothing to show for it.
Where's my feet?
Shane Canton up at the plate.
All right, bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Just a little on the inside. That's not going to quite make it.
At least timing's good. What?
And every time I hear Shane, I think of the old Western. Shane.
Gunslinger.
Because you don't know at the end whether Shane lives or dies. He's just riding away.
Just over the center of the batch.
That's more than 30 seconds, but that's okay.
High pop-up, going to drop in the center. Oh, right behind Mark Ivy as he runs for.
Got
And he
him.
is out.
that Perry or Higbee over there?
That was Mark
Neither
Ivy.
one of them. Oh, Ivy went back.
Well, it was kind of left center, and he ran up on it, and then it dropped behind him. He had to turn around. He fell right on top of it, and then rolled over and had control.
Hunter's going to pitch to Kimball.
All right, Kimball for Dias, and Hunter Wiseman's going to come in and pitch to him.
Dude, it was a late base.
I don't have a 43.
40.
Oh, 40. 40.
4-0. Chris Kimball.
Chris Kimball.
And Hunter Wiseman will be pitching.
First time I
Full
think
helmet.
we saw Chris Kimball. The first time I remember seeing Chris
He
Kimball
ran
was.
into a tree.
Well, yeah, that was his rookie year. I saw him in a tournament before that, but you're right. He was the one in Beaumont, Texas, who ran into a tree. And
Spotters.
here he is again. Ivy with his third put out. Renegades could use a run.
It's 2-4 lookouts. Top of the third. Resetting out in the field with the lookouts.
We're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Coach, set. Ready. Pitch.
And it's going to be a nice short pop-up over into right. Casey running to grab that. He's sliding in, but he is touched first, and that is going to be the run that the Renegades so desperately needed. 4-3 game now at the top of the third.
What a big pitch by Hunter Wiseman there. He comes in first pitch. He gets it top of the bat, so there's some air under it. And Kimball's a runner. I mean, really a runner. He does merit.
Sanchez is going in for Regan.
All right, so now we're going to get Sanchez into the game for Elena Reagan, as now it's 4-3, and the Boston Renegades bench starts to get fired up. That was a big run right there. First pitch, man, from Hunter Wiseman, and got it in the air, too, which gave Kimball enough time to get down to the base before Bond could really make a play.
David Sanchez.
Bases, please.
First
Thank you.
and third base.
Thank you. Here we go.
Starting to get a very, very slight breeze. And he knocks it into deep left. Josh Perry just sliding past it again, and that is going to be a run for David Sanchez, making that a tie game, 4-4.
And that is huge, because that is the bottom of their batting order with 2 outs, and they both were brought in to hit. Rob Weissman's got to have a big smile on his face right now after making those moves. Tie game, and now here comes the Thunder at the top of his order.
Christian Paxton.
Boy, mark that moment in the game, because that's 5 and 6, and they come in cold off the bench. Well, not cold, but Kimball and Sanchez, not exactly the first two that you would think of as far as sparking an offense, but there they did. 4-4. Thaxton can break the tie. He's 4-4.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Just under on the inside.
Relax, keep it going, Max. Keep it going. Go, Roomy. Keep it going, Christian.
Yeah, Thax has been early a little bit today. He had multiple at-bats. See if they make the adjustment.
And catching it. And
I was ready just in case the catcher missed that, but he didn't.
index on the inside and under.
Boy, they're still having trouble making solid contact.
Exhale from Christian. And just
Oh, that
top,
was
that's gonna be
low on that
another
last
out.
one. You could hear that didn't sound good, and that's the end of the inning. So unfortunate for Boston that they couldn't keep that 2-out rally going, but 2 big runs scored by pinch hitters in the inning.
Lookouts coming in to take their at bat as we head to the bottom of the third. Still tied 4-4.
Now we'll see what the bottom of their lineup can do, because it should be 5, 6, and 1 due up in the bottom of the third. So that would be Weathers, Kyle, and then the brothers Ivy. Yep. And the brothers Ivy scored their last time up, both of them. Dylan has a run as well. Or does
Lookouts
Dylan
getting a
have
little bit of water
2?
before they head to the plate.
Let's see.
Renegades about half out onto the field.
No, I have Dylan with 1 run. Each of the Ivy brothers with 1 run. And I'm missing the 4th one. Sorry,
Hunter?
guys.
Hey, Mac, you and Kimball switch. You and Kimball switch. All right.
Oh,
Guys
Kimball.
back in again.
All right, what are we doing here? Zuccarello's in for Sanchez. Okay, number 9 went in for Sanchez.
All right, so Zuccarella in for Sanchez,
Back in the
and
number 6.
oh, he's going to keep Kimball in the game.
He's
Okay,
keeping Kimball in.
he's going to keep Kimball in, but he's going to sub Guy back in
And
for.
Guy is now moved over to short left instead of short right. Kimball is in deep right.
9 in for 48 on Boston. Zuccarello for Sanchez.
McCormick has moved up from deep right to front right.
Okay, so that's exactly what happened, and you heard Coach Wiseman maybe through the microphone tell McCormick to come
Switch
up and put Kimball back there in right field.
Yep, Gabe Weathers up at the plate.
So
That sticky air has returned.
I think they've used 12 players already. 11 of 12 has Boston.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, bottom of the third, tie game. Game on.
Here we go. Sam. Ready? Hit.
Good.
Right there. I got you.
He's got good form for as young as he is.
Here we go. Sam. Ready? Hit.
Good.
Ball dropping just under the bat.
I think he's going to be a gamer. You see, I mean, how much Damian Gonzalez has improved over the last 4 or 5 years as he's come into his body.
Hit.
Good.
We remember how young the Rodriguez brothers were, Eric and Tyler, when they started. And now,
Here we go. Sam. Ready? Hit.
And taking a pass.
Got it, guys. All right, here we go.
Here we go. Sam. Ready? Hit.
And just over the top, that'll be a strike.
and unfortunately a strikeout there for Gabe Weathers. He's just going to keep getting better, though. And so that's 1 out. Now you got the Ivy brothers. First Kyle, and then Mark.
Left.
I got a work call.
But now with McCormick playing short right now over there, now you've got experience short left and short right. And you know what? And he's got 2 lefties coming up.
All right, we're setting the field.
And so it does make a lot of sense
Thank you.
for McCormick to come up and play that
Thank
position.
you. Here we go.
Here we go. Sam. Ready? Hit.
Foul
That's just
ball.
bouncing straight down to be foul.
I don't remember the last time I've seen Joe McCormick play short right, though, but, you know, from a coaching perspective, it makes sense when you've got a team of lefties to have one of your most experienced playing over there.
Here we go. Ready? Hit. Right.
Dropping underneath. Definitely some difficulty with contact here today.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit. Right.
And over the top of the bat.
A little bit of
And
disappointment
you know,
there.
the right-handed batters, that big divot that has been dug out next to home plate, you almost wonder if that, because they are down several inches,
Ready? Hit.
taking a pass from where the pitcher is, because that hole is so deep, and then it's a drastic change, not only from pitcher to batter, but
So-
also from right and left-handed batters.
Sure.
Right. Batter's out.
So it shouldn't affect the lefties as much as the righties, though, because they're not in that side of the bat. They're not in
No,
that
but
batter's
if
box.
he had just has been pitching to people on the right, then having to make that adjustment back to not being off.
Right, that's a
just seems
good
like
point.
It's a constant back and forth.
Yeah, you wonder if that's throwing him off a little bit, or maybe even both.
So I mean, even home plate itself is tipped quite at an angle.
Just to share with y'all, we are going to shift our 2 p.m. games to 6 p.m. this evening. We're trying to get through these, and we're watching the temperature, the heat index, but it's starting to get
Thank
close.
you.
Okay.
So, but for sure, our 2 p.m. games
go.
are going to shift to 6 p.m.
Thank you, Cassie. As soon as we get a moment, we will fill everyone in on that. We've got some news from our tournament director, Cassie Hopkins, regarding the schedule.
And that's going to be a grounder, a short right over there to Joe, and he's got that.
Now, see, and this is coaching right now. I mean, Rob Weissman is right now pulling all the strings right because he puts him over there, and now he's over there making plays. We just got word from Cassie Hopkins, our tournament director, that due to the concerns over the extreme heat today, the 2 p.m. games will be moved to 6 p.m. this evening. So we will not be playing quarterfinal games and playback games at 2. We will be playing them at 6 p.m. Central Time. I don't believe that is going to make a difference on what location the games will be at, but it may. So stay tuned, or if you are a Team Contact listening or something like that, make sure you stay up on the Tourney app and check the schedules. But the 2 p.m. games have been moved to 6.
So in that mode, the teams will be taking a 5-minute break. So let's have a word from our sponsors.
Vision Corps is proud to be a home run club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Vision Corps hires with the belief that vision loss shouldn't be a barrier to personal and economic independence. Join a championship caliber team with Vision Corps. We offer remote and on-site positions with our professional service department. Get started by emailing jobs@visioncorps.net. Blind Institute of Technology is proud to be a home run club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Is your business stuck in a slump? Still struggling with outdated systems while the competition runs up the score? Step up to the plate with Blind Institute of Technology, the MVP behind equitable training and job placement, digital accessibility consulting, and Salesforce expertise. Through their federally registered apprenticeship program, BIT trains and places professionals with disabilities into high-impact Salesforce and digital accessibility roles, helping businesses build a stronger team, more accessible systems, and a culture that wins. Visit blindit.org and let's build a better lineup together. Austin Lighthouse is proud to be a fan club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Stepping up to the plate for Texans. For 50 years, Austin Lighthouse has been the MVP for Texans who are blind or visually impaired, helping them step up to the plate and build careers. develop skills, and live independently. With over 50% of our workforce being blind or visually impaired, we're proving that with the right coaching and teamwork, everyone can knock it out of the park. From job training, our spring training for success, to assistive technology, the high-tech gear that levels the playing field, Austin Lighthouse is all about creating opportunities and access because everyone deserves a fair shot at the big leagues. Every donation is like a walk-off hit, providing tools, training, and hope to those who need it most. Visit austinlighthouse.org to learn more.
So thank you, those sponsors, and also a great big shout out to all the volunteers running water, ice, extra balls, everything that is needed from field to field, from the trailers, making sure we have all the equipment and everything needed to run these games and to make this possible. It is hot out here, and that is very much needed. If you are out on the fields, please be drinking plenty of water. You did hear that our 2 o'clock game has been pushed back to 6. This is due to the heat to keep these players safe. So thank you out there for all our volunteers.
And thank you to our hosts again, Mind's Eye Radio and Lighthouse for the Blind of St. Louis. They have done this for us now 2 years in a row. 4-4. We've got a cooker going here as we are halfway through, getting ready to start the top of the 4th. The Renegades, once we get off of this water break, will be up to bat. They're surging a little bit. They scored 2 runs in the top of the 3rd, and then they held the Lookouts scoreless in the bottom half.
Seriously, I have a page 2 to bounce.
It seems like right now Coach Weissman is pulling out all the right moves here. He's brought in a couple pinch hitters who have scored runs, moved McCormick up, and McCormick makes a play, so they're making their head coach look pretty good at this point.
We've had the call that it's time to resume, so we will have the Lookouts heading out to the field.
And they are going to want to keep this game moving. I mean, now that we know we're in approaching an extreme heat situation,
Don't want to be out in that any longer than needed.
No, and I got to say, this game, we're halfway through already. This game has moved relatively quickly other than some noise delays that we've had to deal with.
More than normal.
But that can't be helped by the players or other participants. But they have moved this game along, so let's hope it continues. And right now, it's all up for grabs.
My nose and my ears are
Also a good time if you're out here and you're on a break, not only drinking plenty of water, please reapply sunscreen. It's still early in the week. You don't want to be a complete lobster by the end. Otherwise, you're going to look like you're wearing red, just like the Lookouts with their red and white jerseys. They are now making their way onto the field.
Boston, how's your water supply?
We're doing okay.
Checking on water supplies for all the teams.
This is field 5. We can use more water at the
Isn't there tea in y'all's water or something like that?
base position. Field 5, more water.
That is one thing that we have had an abundance of, fortunately, because it's been essential, is plenty of water.
You want the ball?
When we run out, they'll keep running them over. They've got golf carts running all over the facility, making sure everybody has ice and water and stays hydrated, as we are now well into the 100s with a heat index here, as we are at the noon hour, just about past the noon hour, 12:34 Central Time or thereabouts.
Gonna have Tyler Merle up at the plate.
Blue, I have a sub.
It's just at batting.
Oh, okay. Then I can wait.
We're setting the field. Bases, please.
Again, number 4, Tyler for the Renegades.
You got it, T. Here we go.
Excuse me, Bert.
Set.
And it's going to be a nice high deep pop fly into center right as he runs for first. And that is going to be a run for Tyler as they take the lead.
That was banged. One of the best hits of the game there by either team. Banged up the middle, and that was an easy run down the first baseline for Tyler Morault. Renegades take their second lead of the game. They had a brief 1-0 lead. Now 5-4. And you've got the meat of their order coming up here with the likes of Devonish and Canton and Dias.
Kimball.
If they
We'll
put
see if they'll say Lexi, 'cause Kimball's
I
in
might
there
be
right
jumping
now.
ahead. We'll see if they bring Dias back in or
I'm
not.
sure they probably will.
This, if not this inning, then next for sure. We'll see.
Sean Devonish. Just tipping off the top of the bat.
But thank you, that is correct. Right now, Kimball is the scheduled hitter in the 5-hole.
I do see him grabbing a bat over there. And dropping foul. Yeah, I did see Chris Kimball grab a bat.
You got a shot.
Short pop-up foul again on the left.
They're right there. That's top of the bat. It's what you want. Now they just have to put it in play.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's going to be a short grounder on the left as... Oh, no, he's scrambling for it, but he did get it. That was Mark. Scrambled, fumbled that ball a little bit, but then recovered it for the out.
I believe that's Mark Ivey's fourth putout now of the game. So that's one out, still a one-run lead for the Renegades here in the top of the fourth. And now Canton back to the plate.
So we have Sean is down still a little bit at first. He's getting up now. Limping just a little bit, I believe, his left leg. Oh, now he's jogging back in.
It's really them who asked for it, but you can check them all if you want.
Yeah, he's tough. He's all right.
Jen.
Definitely took a tumble on that left knee. It's completely grass stained out.
Cameron, where's it go? Sorry, specifically said red shirt, Oklahoma, first base. Oh, sorry to make you do more work. We're going to over there? Yeah.
Bases,
Hey.
please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Shannon Canton or Shane.
Set.
And just over the top of the bat.
I got you.
The contact has improved overall, though, by this Boston lineup since the first couple of innings.
And just barely underneath the bat.
And indeed, I think Kimball's in the on-deck circle, so you called it. He's gonna, well, he scored his last time up. Why not
He
let him?
did.
Why not leave him in there?
Leave him go. And rolling off the top.
Now, what you may see is him get one more at bat, and then when they go back out on defense, you might see Dias come in at that point. We'll see.
And it's going to be a strikeout as that rolls underneath the bat. Chris Kimball makes his way to the plate.
Well, the contact is still improved, I'll say, but that was a strikeout there. That's the first one in a little while, though. 2 outs. Boy, they could use another run out of Kimball here. He scored a 2-out run his last time up.
So it is Chris is up here. This is also Hunter has come back to pitch for him.
Yep, he got him on the first pitch his last time.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Coach, set. Ready. Pitch.
And dropping just underneath the bat.
Hey, Chris, you got it, Chris. Come on, Chris. You started it. Let's go. Coach, set. Ready. Pitch. Right.
And just over the top.
You got it, Chris. Strong swing. You love it. I love it. Coach, set. Ready. Pitch.
And just rolling off the top.
Right there, Chris.
Mark taking a few steps up when he heard the contact.
Coach, set. Ready. Pitch.
And it's going to be a grounder right out there to Mark again. He's laying down. He's in perfect position. He needs it, and he's got it. That is an out for Mark Ivy.
He has become a really solid shortstop defender over there over the last couple years.
5-4.
So only one run across for the Renegades, and then Ivy and the Lookouts shut it down after that. 2 putouts and 1 strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 5-4 Renegades, but Oklahoma coming up. Still anybody's game.
Now, curious to see what our defense heading out onto the field will be.
Well, they haven't reported any subs yet, although there is going to be a sub for Oklahoma. What was that sub for Oklahoma?
That was
Chris Kimball is still.
designated hitter. So 19 is out, 99 is in.
Okay.
99 is in.
The 5 spot for Gabe. Okay. Leo.
Yep.
And Chris Kimball is still out on defense, deep right.
Cleo Stevens is 99. There he is. So we
Are you
gotta
gonna announce that?
look at Gabe Weathers for a couple of at bats, but now they've brought in Cleo.
19 out, 99 in. It's their sub. So you got just announce it for the people.
We got a sub for Oklahoma.
19 out.
19 out, 99 in.
So that's the DH position. So you can slide Stevens into the 5 spot in the order, which was Gabe Weathers. It doesn't affect their defensive lineup, as Casey Bond is still the flex player there.
Aaron Higley up at the plate.
Thank you. Here we go.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
It's totally facing around.
That sounds better.
Ooh, hello, Shade.
Mason, one more time, please. Thank you.
Some cloud cover starting to show up in the sky.
Now watch it cool off and get back under the criteria.
Right.
Would they change it back?
I don't think so now. I think Cassie's made up her mind on that one.
Aaron stomping a high spot down there at the batter box.
We always knew, and we've announced that alternate schedule was a possibility.
High pop fly. It's going to be mid right as he runs for third. Chris Kimball scrambling over there, and he has has got
Got
it.
him.
Chris Kimball with that put out.
A bang bang play after a really good spotter call. So what she did, and we used to teach this back to some of the Indy Thunder spotters, and it made them brilliant, was she held that 4 call until the ball hit the ground, basically. She went 4, and then as the ball hit the ground, she ceased her call, and that helps reel a fielder in. Mariah Woodard from the Indy Thunder was one of the best I ever worked with as far as doing that, holding that call, and if it's an air ball.
So good call on keeping Chris Kimball out there on the defense.
I mean, credit Kimball for making the play too, but credit the spotter for reeling him in on that one. Just a great call.
Bases, please.
Number 5, Chad Dillon, left-hander for the Lookouts.
Here we go.
They're backing their right field up a little bit because they know that's his power.
And it's going to be a grounder just inside the line.
McCormick's got to scoot over.
Oh, McCormick's missed it. And
got him again!
Got him again. Another Chris Kimball.
Oh my!
Backing up Joe McCormick. It just sailed just past him, just inside the line. And Chris Kimball right behind him.
And here we were speculating, well, I was anyway, whether or not they were going to make the defensive sub.
Let's go, Kimball.
But obviously, Coach Weissman knows his personnel and his roster. He kept Kimball out there, and the guys made back-to-back putouts in deep right. Unbelievable.
Josh Perry getting some spray on his batting gloves.
You just sprayed his
So, right now the Renegades, in addition to their players competing hard, they're getting excellent spotting, good pitching, and good coaching.
Bases, please.
Here we go.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Josh Perry.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Strike.
Just under the inside edge of the bat.
Now, I think if he goes to right field, it'll be a mistake. I think now it's time for the guy, Zuccarello, and them to wake up on the left side.
Digging into some of that sand and dirt. Trying to rubbing his gloves up with it.
And they're going to need to fix that in the next 24 hours or so, because you're going to get into some really big games on this field tomorrow.
And it's going to be a nice grounder up the middle.
Got it.
He's got it. That would be Sean Devenish with the put out there.
So 2 for Kimball, 1 for Devenish, 3 up, 3 down inning for the Renegades. And for the first time today, they will go to the top half of an inning with the lead. 5-4 headed to the 5th. That was a huge inning for the Renegades defense.
They are quite cheerful as they're all called in to their bench. Lookouts doing a quick, quieter huddle than normal over on the right.
It's about blood warm, so if you can give me some more, that'd be cool. Thank you.
Lookouts break their huddle and head out into the field. A lot of chatter over on the Renegades bench. Guy Zuccarello coming up to the plate.
Meanwhile, everybody's staying hydrated, including your stream team here, as I'm now working on my 3rd bottle of water. Well, 2.5, I'd say.
And we are under a tent.
Yeah, and we're under a tent, so.
But there definitely is some solid cloud cover now. The temperature feels like it's dropped about 3 or 4 degrees.
Because we got God. Because we got God. Let's go.
Renegades having a separate cheer for each batter as they come up to the plate.
And that was because we got Guy. It'll take off on an old Afro Man tune from when I was in college.
Set in the field. Bases, please. you. Thank you. Here we go.
In top of the fifth, 5-4 game.
Let it rip, guy. Set.
It's going to be a bouncing grounder.
That's
short
Ivy
into
food.
Mark. He's coming up on it. He's got to get to it, and he's
barely.
got it. Another out from Mark Ivy.
Barely got him by a step as Zuccarello was running down the first base line. Now, for anybody wondering now, because he was a defensive sub at one point, why do you leave him in to bat instead of getting maybe Drew Crook or somebody in? Well, because now you're getting into the late innings, and there is a 6-out re-entry rule, so you don't want to take the guys that you really want out there for defense. You don't want to take them out now, so now you may not see the offense for defense subs. They've got a lead, so why not let them hit?
All right, we're setting the field.
Christian
Bases, please.
Paxton.
Thank you.
Boy,
Thank
they
you.
they
Here we
could
go.
really use a poke from Thaxton right here. He hasn't gotten one of his Christian hits yet.
It's going to be a grounder over to Mark again. It's just past his feet, though, as he runs
That's
for
trouble.
third, and he has got it. That's a run for Christian. Now, a 6-4 game for the Renegades,
Yeah.
top of the fifth.
You only get one chance with Christian Thaxton on a ground ball. That was either going to be Mark Ivy or bust. And it slipped past him, and at that point, Thaxton was home free. 6-4, largest lead of the game now for Boston, 2 runs. This has been a tight one all the way.
Tyler Morrell up at the plate.
Wow, I have a really kind of a rain cloud looking. There's like maybe a 30
Set the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Feels like it's cooled down even more.
Yes, but as soon as that sun comes back out, it'll be short-lived. Yeah.
Double.
Foul catches the inside of the bat.
Same thing. Ron will find you. Got him, Ronnie Dobbins. Set. Double. All right, Tino, what's that one, Todd?
Just
There
dropping
you go, drive
almost
it.
straight
Tyler.
down.
T. Send it out there again, Tyler. Let's go, T. Got a kid. Set.
Short pop up. That's going to be foul. Dropping right in front of Ron Cochran, the pitcher.
That was much better than the first one, though, that he kind of beat into the ground. That one, at least, was top of the bat.
Lining the bat up along the front edge of home plate. Finding that handle to put his back shoe on.
Set.
Catching the inside of that and see if that stays fair. And
That's-
that is going to
Oh.
be foul.
Seemed like right on
That would have been a great hit if it had stayed fair, but
What though? He's
That was just as close as anything.
oh, I just
Maybe
hooked.
4 to 6 inches.
bird feather.
Man, if he just holds back a split second on that, he nails it to left field and probably scores. Just got out a little ahead of it.
Josh Perry was all over that, but a lot of air.
But you're seeing, you're seeing the power that Tyler Morrell has. If he gets a hold of it, he can really crank.
Was that a bird feather?
All right, here we go.
And just over the top.
Well, you get a long strike, loud strike like that foul ball, and then you strike out. That's frustrating. However, now you've got Devonish, who's heated up. Still only 2 outs.
Oh yeah, got
2 outs, 1 run in for Boston. Devonish scored his last time up.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Go. Set. Right.
Just barely under the bat.
Come on, Johnny. Go 5-3. A little bit. Go. Set. Right.
Just over the top outer edge.
Come on, kid. Stay within yourself. Set. Right.
And just over the top.
3 strikes.
Reset here.
Want to make Oklahoma have to make a play here.
Hey, Sean. No one better.
And that's going to be foul again on the left. Much further.
Well,
Christian
he was
retrieving
way
the
early
ball.
on it.
Everybody does that. What? Everybody does that, man. Come on, Johnny. All you can eat breakfast is
Only a 2-run spread here, and Oklahoma has the last at bats. They could use one from Devonish.
Go. Set.
And that's going to be out.
And boy, instead,
Lookouts in.
Instead, that inning kind of peters out a little bit with a couple of strikeouts and 1 run only on the board. So it's 6-4 going to the bottom of the 5th.
Fifth. As the Renegades go out to take the field, try to defend that 2-run lead that they are holding over the Lookouts.
And we'll see Cleo Stevens lead off in the 5 spot, I believe, for Oklahoma in the bottom of the 5th, as
He's
it'll be
also a left-handed batter.
Stevens and then the Ivy brothers. So you're looking at 3 lefties due up for Oklahoma. And Kimball and McCormick have been making plays over there.
Kimball is still out there.
A shout out to Graham.
Cleo getting a couple slow draws across the home plate.
Cool you down a little bit.
Thank you.
Was it like shark bait?
So in case you just tuned in, and if it hasn't been done already, we'll make sure it gets done after this broadcast, and we'll share it on our social media so that everybody knows. But in case you just tuned in, we do have a schedule change. The 2 p.m. games today have been moved back to 6 p.m. to try to let the heat abate a little bit.
All right, we're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Number 99, Cleo Stevens.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit. Early.
Right.
Come on.
Very early swing.
Too much conversation.
And
Quiet over there.
Hibner not too pleased
Just listen to me.
in a 2-run game
Listen to them.
because he jumped him. He was way early.
Twist towards first. Just a little bit. You ready? There you go.
Got it.
And at the last minute, time called as another
noisy truck.
Noisy truck. We didn't have much of that yesterday. I remember one, what you described as a muscle car.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
A little bit late that time.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And just underneath the bat.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And he hits a grounder short right.
McCormick.
There is an out for Joe McCormick.
Joe Mack and Chris
46
Kimball are
short.
cleaning up on that right field side. They're playing the lefties and they're making plays. Now it's up to the Ivy brothers.
We have an update for you. At least one game at the other complex has been suspended due to heat in the 4th inning.
Which one?
I don't know.
All right, so there's a game already at Reinecker that's been suspended in the 4th inning due to heat. So they're not even finishing those down there, and it's been a couple degrees warmer down in Caseyville. I don't know how. It's only 15 minutes away, but or 20 at the most. But apparently they've already suspended or are suspending games over there, at least one for sure.
Thank you.
Here we're in the bottom of the 5th.
Here we go.
6-4 Renegades. Oklahoma at the bat.
Ivy.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And just rolling off the top of the bat.
Go, guys. Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And it's going to be foul on the right.
Suspended?
You're on it, 3-4. Let's go, bud. We say, kid. Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And a nice solid line drive up the middle as he runs for third. They're scrambling over that, and that's going to be Sean Devenish.
And
with the
Devenish.
out.
And now the Renegades starting to make plays all over the field. That was in the middle.
Beautiful line drive just over the top of Tim Hibner's head. But this is going to bring Mark Ivy to the plate as the Lookouts look to reclaim that 2-run loss. Mark standing on the home plate and rotating the bat above his head.
Well, and it's been a while. In fact, the Renegades have scored 4 unanswered runs over the last few innings. This was a 4-2 Oklahoma lead at one point. And ever since then, the Renegades have given them nothing.
Bat lefty or right?
And Mark also has one of his back pockets turned inside out for a puppy dog ear
I'll repeat it.
as he's waiting for the base check.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're listening to the broadcast.
Here we go.
Yeah, is it really all the games for 2 or at 6 now? Okay. It's all right.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And just over the top of the middle of the bat.
I wasn't gonna let it get under.
Can I get a time?
Yeah.
Hey, Melissa, can I get that? Right.
Mark asking for the spray for his gloves, for his grip.
And that's important if your hands are getting a little moist and whatever. The last thing you want to do is lose, as we saw yesterday, if it flies more than 20 feet out of your hand, that's an
an out.
automatic out. And now this would be a really bad time for that, so smart move by Mark.
Green Monster!
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Just over the top of the bat, about 3 inches.
I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
He's removing the gloves now.
Too much, huh?
I'm slipping.
He's just going to remove the gloves completely.
Now we'll take the batting gloves off. So maybe if his hands are sticky under there, he'll be all right.
Spray.
sweat literally dripping down off of his face.
Yeah, this is tough conditions for these players. There's no question about it.
Wiping his hands on the grass now. Try to dry that off.
All right, here we go.
Grips themselves are all sweaty on the backs.
Hit.
And he makes a nice grounder over into short right, but that is going to be Joe Mack with that.
Mac again.
46 short.
So that ends our 5th inning as we get ready to head into the 6th. Renegades leading 6-4. And why don't we have a word from those sponsors?
Vision Corps is proud to be a home run club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Vision Corps hires with the belief that vision loss shouldn't be a barrier to personal and economic independence. Join a championship caliber team with Vision Corps. We offer remote and on-site positions with our professional service department. Get started by emailing jobs@visioncorps.net. Blind Institute of Technology is proud to be a home run club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Is your business stuck in a slump? Still struggling with outdated systems while the competition runs up the score? Step up to the plate with Blind Institute of Technology, the MVP behind equitable training and job placement, digital accessibility consulting, and Salesforce expertise. Through their federally registered apprenticeship program, BIT trains and places professionals with disabilities into high-impact Salesforce and digital accessibility roles, helping businesses build a stronger team, more accessible systems, and a culture that wins. Visit blindit.org and let's build a better lineup together.
Not the way he...
And thank you to those sponsors. We're here at the top of the 6th. Renegades Lookouts. Renegades leading 6-4 over the Lookouts. Lookouts out in the field, and Shane Canton up at home plate.
All right, faces please. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Here we go.
It's winning time, 2-run game. Renegades with the bottom half of their batting order up, but it's been productive.
Just catching the edge of that ball.
You got it. Hold on, Shane. What do you say?
Just on the inside.
Here we go, Shane. Here we go, Shane. Start it up for us, Shane.
And it's going to be fouls very on the inside of the bat.
Early. But when they have been going foul, they have been early. A lot. Which is okay as long as you can get 1 out of 4 and straighten it out a little bit. I mean, I like the idea rather than trying to go against the grain and maybe go opposite field of hitting to where your power is in a game like this. And so, see if he can tuck one inside that third base line.
And it's going to roll right back up over.
Well, I would have made that play if it was a little cooler out. That was right to our left.
I feel like I'm feeling some light sprinkles hearing. And it's going to be foul again, right over to...
Yeah, it's hot mist is what I think it is. It's very interesting. We're drizzling a little bit, but it is not cool drizzle at all.
Starting to get just a little stronger.
We were really not supposed to get much rain today. Ooh.
And that's going to still stay foul on the left. Kind of rolled along his bat before coming off.
DB, you want that score of that game that was suspended that I know?
Sure.
The Edge 12, Tyler 5, still in the fourth.
Okay, so that was Edge and Tyler that were still going in the fourth that were suspended 12-5. Well, if they suspended that game, wouldn't they have suspended them all?
Well, I can only tell you what Karen's told me.
Okay.
That was a pass taken. Definitely getting a little bit more than a drizzle now, a very light sprinkle. And he powers it into mid-left, right in front of Josh Perry as he runs for third. But he's out. Josh Perry knocks it out of his fingers, and that's going to be a run for Shane, giving them now a 3-run lead, 7-4 at the top of the sixth. Chris Kimball coming to the plate.
Josh Perry needed to be clean with that. One thing is, when you're playing deep out there like that, usually by the time the ball gets to you, you really have one shot to field it cleanly, and if you don't, the run's going to score.
No question. Good job, Shano.
7-4, largest lead of the game now for the Renegades. It's up to 3, but the Lookouts have the last at-bat, so enough is really never enough.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
This might be your MVP of the game so far.
And it's going to be a grounder up middle to the left as Mark lays down to grab it. He scooped it up and he's got it. That is some wonderful defense there. Mark Ivy with another out there and short left.
Yeah, Mark Ivy's playing well. He's given it a good effort. It's not been the Oklahoma defense that has really let him down. Their defense has played remarkably well today, all things considered. But they haven't hit the ball the way that they're capable of, and Boston, when they have, has made plays. So 7-4 now, one important out. Is this Zuccarello?
Guy Zuccarello up at the plate.
Yeah, Rob's going to stick with his defensive standouts now.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Just over the top of Guy's bat.
Hey, guy, here we go. You ain't no DF. Got it.
Call for time for a golf cart running by.
Hey, Jade. Rock that ball, baby.
We will have a quarterfinal game for you on this field at 6 o'clock or whenever the schedule allows. Right now it's scheduled for 6 p.m.
A little on the inside of the bat. It's going to be a bouncing grounder right to Mark Ivy. Bounced off his chest. He's got it. Did not go far. That's another out for Mark Ivy and the Lookouts. And we'll bring Christian Thaxton to the plate.
Mark's having a big game defensively,
He's definitely the, I would call the defensive player of the game.
but only one run at the plate, which is a little unusual. Ivy's usually one that is good for
Lookouts
3 or
only
4 a
have
game.
4 total.
Yep.
He does have the 1.
One from each of the Ivy brothers. Dylan scored 1, and I want to say Higbee or Perry scored 1.
I think it was Hig.
I think you're right. I think it was early and it was Higbee.
Josh Perry had the initial slip up and fall running to third.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Christian Thaxton. Sun back out with a vengeance. On the inside, but he hits it fair into left. Josh Perry scrambling for it, but Christian is at it. Puts another one up. Christian gets his second. The Renegades are now 8-4 at the top of the 6th.
That was ripped. That's a Thaxton hit right there. And you're right. Now that I think about it, as we were doing our reckoning of the scoreboard, the fourth run was Josh Perry on the fielder interference. And Jerry Wendell is trying to get a hold of me.
Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle.
We have Tim Hibner is running out to the film. Hello, Tyler. Stay up under the shade.
Yeah, thanks so much for the calm game.
Get those manners.
Tim heading out to the field to talk to Mark.
They taking someone off the field?
Looks like a
Looks like a complete defensive huddle there out around Tim.
Thank you, Wayne.
What he said. I'm just here to look cute.
What was the final?
No, he's talking about this.
Suspended after 4 innings or can't called? It's called. It's official. Okay. Thank you, Jerry. That is big breaking news. We have an upset. All right, bye. The Austin Blackhawks, in a shortened game due to heat, but it is an official game, have upset the Taiwan home run. That is a 10 seed over a 7. And so the Austin Blackhawks will play the Indy Thunder in a quarterfinal as they have knocked off Taiwan. We saw them look good in beating Cleveland yesterday. The score I got was either 6-4 or 6-5. Thanks, Jerry Wendell, for that report.
So we don't have a change of people out on the field, but it looks like we have a change of Casey Bond, who was short right, is now in deep right. Josh Perry is now in short right. Aaron Higby has moved into deep left, partial center. Kyle Ivy is now in mid left.
So basically, other than Mark Ivy, they shifted everybody else around. Sounds like just about.
Oh, and Chad Dillon's still like just short middle.
So Mark
Everybody
and
else
Chad.
moved.
But we had 4 players switch positions there.
And a nice high pop up in the middle, dropping down in front of Chad Dillon. He's scrambling back over for that. And that's going to be a run for Tyler as the Renegades keep inching further away. 9-4, top of the 6th.
That was going to be a tough play for Dillon because it was in the air a little while and Morale is quick. But now Boston is starting to open it up here in the top of the 6th. Now leading 9-4, and this is 7 unanswered runs since the Ivy brothers did their thing, and it was 4-2 Oklahoma at one point. But now 7 unanswered.
I've never heard that.
Sean Devenish.
And Devenish has been a big part of it on both sides.
New ball in play, and I did hear time for Louis to get loose, so I believe.
I'm going to assume
Who
that's
will be
Louis
coming in?
Rodriguez. Could be Soto, though.
Could be Soto. Gonna see which one is getting ready over there.
Thank you. Here we go.
No drinking for you. Drinking on the job.
Sean Devenish.
Set.
It's a little high and on the inside.
Well, might be kind of tough for you because one's 24 and one's 27.
It's going to be Rodriguez.
And it is 24 Luis Rodriguez.
At least that's who I... And drop it down.
You got it. Oh, you got it, Sean. Think about it. Set.
High on the inside again.
You got it. Take one, Sean. Take one.
Ron, tell him drop it down just a little.
was some cheering going on at the adjacent field.
Elbow field. And it's going to be foul on the left. That cheering that we heard was the Chicago bench, and I believe, as I saw Rich Schultz walking back, that was probably a run for Rich Schultz.
That's an interesting game over there. A lot of people didn't think that the Comets would be in that game, but when Oklahoma beat them yesterday, that knocked them down to that spot. So, but sounds like a competitive game over there. The way the Comets just reacted.
Still Sean Devonish at the plate.
And that rain was very short-lived, or drizzle, or whatever it was, and now it's starting to feel heating up again here. Ooh, struck him
Over the
out.
top. That's going to be out. As the Lookouts out on in, and they're going to need at least 5 runs to tie it up.
Chasing 5 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Do the Lookouts have it in them? Of course they can. But the way the Renegades defense has been playing, you got to think, first of all, Oklahoma's got to get the ball off the ground, and they got to keep the ball away from Joe McCormick, Sean Devonish, and Chris Kimball. They've been the ones making the plays.
So, Jaden, I don't think you heard. Austin beat Taiwan.
Renegades doing a huddle over on the left. Normally they have been just running out to the field. Definitely a quick huddle here before their last field.
Like 6-5 or 6-4 according to Jerry Wendell.
In the 4th inning, or
4th or 5. I don't.
Tim
all I know is it
Hebner
didn't complete,
out
but it was an
chalking
official
up
game.
at pitcher's mound. And Aaron Higby making his way to home plate.
Heat. Jason says it's like 8 degrees hotter.
So how about that? Congratulations to the Austin Blackhawks, who started this tournament as the 11 seed, took over the 10 by beating Cleveland, and now have taken over the 7 for now by beating Taiwan. And they'll get a shot at the Thunder.
The Thunder.
Yeah, the Thunder have been doing Thunder things. At least they were yesterday. Just hammering all 3 teams they played, including these Lookouts. Of course, the Lookouts were coming off that really hard-fought game where they beat Chicago.
Jaden, do you want me to keep your...
Sounding off out there from the Renegades in the field.
We're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Feel good? Yeah.
There you go. Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And he bangs it down the ground along. Shane stopping it with his... And Shane has that out. Shane Canton.
Now they're all doing it. Now they're all doing it as Canton makes a play.
Good job, Shano!
They'll bring Chad Dillon up to the plate.
There's nothing they can do when they're testing all different sides of the field, and everybody on the Renegades defense right now is making plays. I think that's the 5th Renegade I've counted that's made a putout at some point in this game. And now they could use a run from Dillon.
Are we setting the field? Set the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Renegades 2 outs away from a gut check win.
Swing hard, swing true. Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And he does. Deep, high pop fly out into right. Chris Kimball running for that. He's dropped down. He's getting a hold of it.
Got
They're going
it.
to call it safe.
Oh, no. Oh, I think they called that out, Rosina.
Chris Kimball, 40 mid.
40,
They did call
Chris
it out.
Kimball
Chris
again.
Kimball. That was split seconds.
A huge, that's his 3rd putout that I've counted out in that deep right position. You don't see 3 put out sometimes in an entire tournament in that spot. But with these lefties, and he came in off the bench and he's come up huge.
With runs, put outs.
If this holds up, I think Chris Kimball might be our player of the game, Rosina.
I think he's very close to that.
Those are huge plays. Those are supposed to be runs 9 times out of 10. He just robbed Dylan, and that was a good hit. You can't do anything more than Tim Hibner and Dylan did there.
Bases, please.
Josh Perry.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would love to run the first.
Here we go.
And you, buddy. Swing hard, swing true.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit. Strike.
Just under the bat.
Stay right there. I just missed it well a little bit.
1 second, please.
1 out away.
Josh asking for a second.
Put my bat on the front corner, please, left corner.
One more. Renegade.
I believe that angle there in the batter's box is really messing with Josh.
Need to back off and get out of the hole. I'll let you. Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit. Strike.
It's going to be just under the bat.
2 strikes, and Timmy said he was early.
Swing hard now.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit. Strike.
Just under again.
And they're down to their last strike now.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
Taking a pass.
And now we've gone as far as we can go in this game. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, full count. Renegades leading 9-4.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Hit.
And that's
That's
going to be the game.
your ball game. Boston Renegades with a defensive masterpiece beat the Lookouts 9-4, and they scored 7 unanswered runs over the final 4 innings to do it. 9-4 the final. Boston moves on to the quarterfinals and a date with the BSO Philly Fire.
That's definitely going to be an interesting game.
That's a rivalry game.
Defense right there. As that Renegade defense, they just held the contact that the outlooks were getting and just made that non-possible. I mean, across the field, all the way out there from line to line, they were picking up those balls.
Oh, outstanding. McCormick and Kimball on the right side. Canton on the left side was making plays. Devonish in the middle. So there you have it. Our first game of the day stream on Double Elimination Wednesday is in the books. Renegades win 9-4. We will have a quarterfinal game of the day coming up, but not so soon. Right now scheduled for 6 p.m. tonight, Central Daylight Time. Thank you all for listening. For Rosina Foster, David Betty, we will be back later on.